Welcome back to the channel. In the previous episode, I spoke about a weaponized migration and the implications this will have for the dominant superpower. Today, I will expand on the evolving future dispensation. That is what remains of this current year 2023 and beyond, and what our role could become if we participate as co-creators with the universe, in creating a new story for our future selves. I alluded to this dynamic when I spoke recently on the Tale of Two Timelines, and so I'd like to build on that concept and show my viewers how this can be done with a minimum of effort each day. Anyone who decides to follow up on this life-changing pursuit, even if it's just out of curiosity or to prove me wrong, will find that just daring oneself to dream of the things that would make life so much more enjoyable, so much more exciting, and so much more fulfilling will instill a longing for those beautiful emotions to become a tangible reality. When these personal uplifting dreams become a regular, daily, and persistent presence in the psyche, the magic will begin to happen. That is, those persistent thoughts will begin to proliferate into the quantum field. When this happens, these thoughts begin to acquire the vibrational frequency that will cause them to gain substance for the purpose of manifestation as a tangible reality. So as an example, let's say you have been dreaming about an involvement with someone who could further your outreach to the greater community. You would need to steer your thinking toward that person and imagine a contact scenario whereby a mutually beneficial relationship can be discussed. Continue to build on this dream. Now, this is merely an example of how your imagination could make a way for your dreams to become a reality. You may want something quite different. You may be a sports person who wishes to be chosen for a certain team or desire to be approached by some professional body to be trained for a specific purpose. The goals you set for yourself, that is, the dreams you desire to indulge, will be specific to your co-creative plan. You may also remember the quote from the New Testament that I used about faith. Faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not yet seen. Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1. This chapter and verse gives us a wonderful synchronicity in 111, so you can know that this is a saying that works for anyone who has the need to see the evidence of something that is yet to materialize. It will work because the operative word is faith. So no matter what the belief system, it will work because everyone trusts in their particular belief system. There's one other element to this faith process, and that is the hope that is spoken of. Faith is the substance of things hoped for. This hoping towards something is really the process of co-creation between you and the universe. My hope is vested in my imagining, that is, the dreams that represent my deepest wishes for my future self. And I believe that the subconscious is pushing these ideas through to my conscious mind so that my imagination can present these dreams to the quantum field. To embark on this co-creation process will require some preparation by the incumbent soul. The preparedness stems from the skeptic factor that is innate in every human being. You will have to make the decision to set your skeptical self aside for the duration of the co-creation process. That is, if you are to have any measure of success. You may also not want to tell others about what you're attempting because others, even family or close friends, will think you have flipped your lid. There are very few souls that can open their minds to the extent needed for them to defer any form of judgment. Just saying. Since time is of the essence, before beginning with a time of meditation, make sure you find one that is not lengthy. There are beautiful meditations that you can find on the internet. That'll help you clear the clutter from your mind or help you line up your chakras. Usually these are also prepare one to access the Akashic records, which is not necessary for our intended purpose, that of co-creation with the universe. I'd recommend that 10 to 15 minutes per day be used to start with. However, once you get into it and start to enjoy the contemplations, more time will automatically come into play. It's also important to find a place of solitude where no one can disturb you. To further the understanding of our locale, I bring the following perspective. We live in a universe that employs energy and consciousness in the form of densities based on harmonics and frequencies, all acting together as a conduit for our soul evolution in the form of increasing vibrational status. We leave the 8th density where Source resides, and we journey as fractal souls through the densities until we arrive back at the 8th density again, in completion of the octave. If you're wondering about the origin of this information, you'll find much of it in the Law of One teaching, that is the channeled work by the LL Research Group, which took place from 1981 to 1983. This soul journey can be hugely advanced for any interested fractal soul by entering the co-creative partnership with the one infinite creator, universe, ground of our being, or God, whatever pronoun you feel comfortable with. You can start tomorrow, that is, giving yourself the rest of the day to prepare, to find the meditation that you feel comfortable with, and make sure you will not be disturbed while gleaning those amazing ideas as you partner with the universe in the co-creative process. There is no doubt that there's a very small percentage of the world's population privy to the significance of the times in which we're living. You might remember that when I spoke about the tale of two timelines, I spoke of the short and the long route. The short route will be like a crash course in survival and could involve the human race being taken off planet in the event of an attack by the Orion Empire. Their hope might be to regain the Earth and solar system, which they recently lost. The long route would mean us defeating the current deep state powers, those who are in control of this continent's political affairs, by getting them out of power and retaking the political landscape. By doing so, we would be able to take our time to put things back into order, and by so doing facilitate the acceptance of Earth's humans as galactic players, along with the Galactic Federation of Worlds, and all the other beings that enjoy a level 1 and beyond status. To achieve this better state of affairs, we need to enhance our own abilities. And this can be done through the co-creative process. Through co-creation, our future realities with the universe, we can extend its influence to many more souls. We can help them become more informed about the deep state agenda. There are many who could be actively involved, but have simply buried their heads in the sand, hoping that somehow the dreadful destruction of values once upheld by all the citizens of the North American continent will miraculously stop, and things will go back to the way they used to be. This will not happen. Should these remaining deep state players be able to hang on to power, and they could certainly do that through the fear campaign that is being waged on human minds, they will continue indefinitely. If, on the other hand, we are able to get people wizened up to the current reality, the deep state will lose its hold on the power source, that is, the fear on which they feed. I remind you that their soon coming false flag event will stir up a catastrophic amount of fear in the minds around the globe. So we have a short window of opportunity. Let's use it to enhance our effectiveness. There are many earth-based ministries that are doing a great job of helping people increase their vibrational status, but who don't know of the co-creative process. Some of these ministries have large followings, and if co-creation with Source can become a part of their campaign, the number of people who could be reached, encouraged, and educated about the world state and how it can be changed could grow exponentially. So, my dear viewers, the baton is being passed to you. Will you take it in hand and run all the way to the finishing line? Well, that's all we have time for in today's presentation. But before we close, please remember to hit the thumbs up and subscribe buttons below. And thank you for watching my channel. Be sure to catch up with the latest material on the next viewing of Spiritually Conscious Soul 101.